Let's go to Mike in North Dakota. Mike, you're on Free Talk Live.
Oh, hi there. Big fan of the show. I
Thanks.
wanted to bring up a point that I don't know that you guys, I think you're missing, that I worked in the utilities industry, and they had GPS on us, and they had cameras in the electric company vehicles, and that's not too liberty-minded for me. And I don't think it's much of a slippery slope from having cops have it to requiring all kinds of people to have cameras on them all the time. That seems like the opposite of liberty. No?
Well, I mean, when you take a job working for the public, you're not at liberty. When you take a job, period, you're not at liberty because you're doing something for somebody else. So it's one thing to put. Like I can tell you, truck drivers, they have the GPS thing. They've got cameras, sometimes even in the cab. And sure, there are plenty of jobs where this is the case.
And a lot of times,
babysitters.
A lot of times for like the truck drivers, that's for insurance purposes. The GPS, it's to make sure that the logs are accurate to where somebody is not, saying, oh, yeah, I only drove for 9 hours yesterday when they actually drove for like 12 because there's all kinds of requirements. You have to rest so many hours for so many hours of driving. So in those sorts of cases, it's to sort of protect the employer from somebody that's doing something that would otherwise cause them a very large fine.
Mike?
I understand, but I don't like it. I'll tell you that much. And it doesn't seem to have anything to do with liberty to me. So what else are they going to force us to have cameras on?
Well, it's not forced. That's an important point, right?
Well, I could just go get another job.
That's right. That's exactly the point. Like, you're not at liberty.
Well, what job? What job? When is it going to end? Okay, you got babysitters, you got truck drivers. I just see it getting worse and worse. More cameras is not good as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I think that if you're going about your day and you aren't on the clock, then especially in your home or something like that, you absolutely shouldn't have cameras on you. But if you're working for somebody else, and in this case, police officers do work for the public, if you're working for somebody else, I think that person has a right to be able to check in on you. And that's what the cameras are all about.
And it's important to note that the reason a lot of people that advocate for police wearing cameras do so, it's to hold the police officers accountable. It's not to use the cameras to spy on everybody that's walking around in a city.
Yeah, it's not like, in London they have 1 million closed-circuit cameras that are looking all the time at people. They even have some microphones so they can yell at them if they feel like it. They're looking at people all the time that aren't getting paid by the government. So, like, somebody who's not paying them is looking at them, and I think that's a different story entirely.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for the call. He didn't sound terribly convinced, but, I guess there has to be a line somewhere. You have to have a camera in you have to be able to have a camera in your business, right? Can the camera not be pointed at employees? But, I want to be able to watch my employees. I can watch them if I'm standing there. I can't watch them through a camera.
You want to make sure that none of your employees are stealing money out of the cash register, but you can't point a camera at the cash register if they're standing there?
It's better than – you certainly don't want to put it in the bathroom. I get that much.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.